Awesome. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we are underway here at the juniors final. Cameras online, I'm online, and a volunteer just dropped off rosters for me. Great day. As you can see on your screen, Vortex in dark blue, Wildcard in white. Cheering sections for both teams. Wildcard, the number 3 seed coming in. Vortex, oh shoot, sorry, I gotta work the camera as well. But Vortex, the number 1 seed coming in. And they start off strong against Wildcard Zone, quickly going up 1-0. And that is the start here to the junior women's final. All right, I'm going to try to get through some names. I'm going to try to not slaughter them, but that basically means I am. So let's start with Vortex. Oh, right away, number 0, Natalie Architowski. Number 3, Jillian Van Rijn. Number 4, Katrina Hortolano. Number 2, Lauren Rody. How do you pronounce that? Number 5, Amanda Kong. Number 6, Nancy Yang. Number 7, Lana Granberg. Number 8, Christina Grant. Number 9, Jessica Van Eyck. Number 12, Brienne Wager. Not sure, but W-A-G-E-R. Number 13, Nikita Sidho. Number 14, Sartaj Biring. Number 15, Kaylee Wright. Number 17, Devin Wong. Number 33, Melody Lin. Number 55, Mackenzie Wong. Number 69, Camila Maslow. Number 99, Candice Hortolano. And number 29, Janelle Gabinazzo. And Vortex as well bringing a zone. This is a 4-lady setup. It looks like a wall. And there isn't much midfield movement just yet. And there isn't a static 4-handler setup, which means that you've got another option player now upfield rather than having 4 handlers. So you've got 3 handlers, which means that you don't have quite as much range with your hammers or opportunity to adjust, but you do have some options upfield, and it makes it easier to move if you can get past. And that's what happens, is that once the mids get beat, you create that space. And there's a cross field available, but not risking it. And now into a man. Well, actually, let's call it a woman. Into a woman defense. Looking through D-up options. Got the up line. Another up line. And this one's poached off, but grabbed anyways. And that one's grabbed by number 36, Emma Madden. So going through the wildcard roster. Number 3, Kaylin Chang. Number 4, Judith Yo. Number 5, Naomi Morchilla. I don't know which area I should use pronunciation for. Number 8, Samantha Mew. Number 9, Laura Worsley. Number 11, Natasha Liu. Number 10, Joanna Lowe. Number 13, Emily Lim. Number 15, Courtney Ng. I always have trouble pronouncing that name, NG, but I will learn. Number 17, Angel Lee. Number 19, Mary Sarta. Number 20, Garbo Lee. Number 21, Ellen Oyun. Number 25, Esther O. 27, Camille. Unfortunately, the last letter of your name is not available. Chanong, I will guess it's a G. Number 31, Jessica Chung. Number 32, Catherine McGuire. Number 36, Emma Madden, who just caught that point. Number 37, Paige Muir. Number 44, Janelle Siwa. Number 47, Victoria McCann. Number 55, Hannah Valeriano. I'm guessing it's an O. Number 88, Megan Leong. Pole's going to be landing past midfield again. We don't see a zone. It is a woman defense, but the poach pays off. Puts the pressure underneath. And the first turn of the game, and Wildcard with a shot to get to the end zone. Goes over the top. It's going to be a bit of an air battle, and it isn't. And you can hear the cheers from the crowd. And that's caught by number 9. That was actually, I think, bookends for Laura Worsley. And the score should actually, I didn't update the score from Wildcard scored, so it is now 2-1. That's a big break. First break of the game at this point. And it's a good start for Wildcard, the number 3 seed. We have 4 observers this game. We'll see if we can get names to you. They are, however, pretty hard to see when you're on the field. Someone who plays with observers don't really notice that they're there, and I think that that is the intention. Pretty good friends with all of them. Something that you should know, if you mess up on the field, or you have bad behavior, rude behavior, things like that, it's not isolated to the game. Everyone, not everyone, but observers do discuss amongst themselves certain game situations and talk about whether they handle them correctly or not. Your good behavior gets known. Your bad behavior, guaranteed, is well known amongst all the observers. Oh, that's a good run up and pull. Oh, good, excellent distance. It's a woman defense again. One-on-one coverage. It had worked for Wildcard before. It should work again. Looking deep, but you can see in the mids there aren't too many options. And Vortex is having trouble. Oh, unders are being taken. And they're being taken well. You can see pressure, they're just being moved further and further and further back. Vortex needs to do something a bit desperate, and they do. Huck goes up, it's good, box out. Oh, and well taken. Wildcard, however, there's a foul call further back on the field. It is very loud in here. There is a large Wildcard contingent cheering it on. I should adjust my microphone so I can pick up more field noise, but we'll worry about that later. It is a turnover. Oh, that's good floaty upfield. Looking to huck it. Does. That's a bit risky. Adjustment. Oh, one-handed over the head grab. Comes down a little bit awkwardly. And that's Hannah Valerina. I'm guessing, I'll get that name. Valeriano. I'm not sure about the last letter, but that was a good grab. And that's another break. And this is a great start from Wildcard. 3-1. Just having a quick chat with Danny Saunders, the Executive Director of Ultimate Canada. He's being very mean to me. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Danny's always been probably one of the nicest people when he's in official capacity. When he's coaching, though, or playing, you better watch out. Wildcard going back to that women defense that was working so well for them, and they are causing all sorts of problems, and they've got a poach slough as well. Typically, the player that's been coming off has been number 9. Oh, and good snag over the top, and it needed to be a great grab. Back to the middle. Pace on the defense. Pressure slowing down a little bit. It's actually, they're letting the in-cuts happen. It's actually a little bit of ragtag mix. And there's a pick call. So interesting. The wildcard contingent is to my right, the Vortex contingent to my left, and volunteers standing in between them to prevent a full-out riot. Actually, there's one volunteer, and she just found out that she has to prevent a full-out riot. So it'll be interesting to find out what happens. Pick is being called. It'll come back. Wildcard had some great D going into this point, but I haven't seen it here. When they were taking away the cuts, the in-cuts, they created a lot of problems for Vortex. I'll show you the flags shortly. Should give you an indication of what the wind is like in this stadium. But to paint an image before that point, none. There is no wind in this stadium. We'll try to fix our camera setup for future games as well so you don't get that. Oh, fantastic speed. And catch by number 5, Amanda Kong. And we need more viewers, folks. Vortex hold. It's now 3-2 with Wildcard leading the underdogs, so to speak. You can follow along on the CUC Scores Twitter feed as well if you want the names and numbers. Somewhat. Oh yeah, so the flags. We'll see if we can adjust for you to see that. They're basically on the top of the scoreboard. Nada. There's no wind, and there's really, it's only humid, but not that much moisture. Vortex coming out with their 4-lady zone or cups / wall, and that's the breakout that we should be having, but the mids are so tightly clumped in, the mid cutters, that they don't have the options to go upfield. Oh, and this is going to be a good one, and that's a great catch by number 5, Naomi Morchilla. It's going well, Leo. How are you doing? Just chatting here with Andrew Leo, who has been a voice previously as a commentator on I Am Ultimate, but he has now, as a hand model, taken a little bit more time off from the rigors of commentary. And he's captaining Grand Trunk this year. I consider one of them one of the teams likely to be in the top 4. But for here, Wildcard in the junior women's final, extend their lead 4-2. So Angel Lee with the throw. Might get Alex Bush dropping by later. Dan Heap, welcome. I'm glad you're watching. You've never seen this before, stay tuned. We have more coming up. We have the boys, sorry, the junior men's or junior open finals coming up. It's not men's because you are allowed, it is open. So junior open will be coming up. And then later this week on Saturday, there'll be the Masters finals, and then on Sunday all day will be the mixed women's and then open final. Oh, and a turnover! That's tough. She's trying to throw the flick, and it slipped out of her hands as she was stopping the momentum, and the continuation just took it through. It's fantastic. Oh! That is tough to watch. You must understand, as I'm watching this as a fan of the game as well. And probably more as a fan than as a commentator or a broadcaster. I think that's part of why I enjoy doing what I do. There's a... It's switched into man now, but man, as they call them sideline, but into one-on-one coverage, women coverage. It was a little bit of a zone. Puck goes in, but there is coverage. And just in and out of the hand. That's a drop. And Vortex need to focus. They need to take a timeout. They need to calm down. All their passes they've been throwing have been open. They haven't been under pressure. There is nothing that should be causing them to drop. Coverage has now gone to a different zone with basically a standard cup. And it's being shredded, called out. No deep option. And it's tipped. And that's the coverage I was talking about. There was such energy on defense from Wildcard previously where there would have been 1 or 2, 3 defenders underneath. Maybe Vortex has started running a little bit harder. You can see the angles that the observers have. And caught in the end zone by number 83, 33. I'll double check that. But they're exhausted. It is number 83. She's not on my roster. But we'll check on the Twitter feed what her name is. I think there's a no timeout taken. Wildcard was simply having a midfield meeting. Alex Bush will be here after the 3-4 game that he's watching right now for the Junior Open division. And so if you are watching from home, this is the first time watching Ultimate, how is it played? Well, you've got a field. It's got end zones. If you catch the disc in the end zone that you're attacking, you score a point. You have approximately 10 seconds with the disc once you catch it. Once you catch it, you have to try and establish a pivot as quickly as possible, like in basketball. You have, if you move that pivot, it's a travel. The stall count, so to speak, your 10 seconds stop. and keep going on. The 10 seconds are counted by the defender who's within 3 meters of you. As I said, you catch the point, you score it. Turnovers, if it goes out of bounds and hits the ground, the disc can float out of bounds and then come back inbounds. But if it touches the ground, it's out. If it's caught by the defense, it's out. And that, as we just saw, was a turnover. The in-cut actually paused. She didn't run through her catch, so it allowed the Vortex defender to get a touch on it. I apologize. I missed that. I was standing there watching, but it was missed. So Wildcard with the disc. Get another shot. There's a horizontal stack. They have options deep. They should be going deep. Instead, you could see it. There was a horizontal stack within coverage, and the close side could simply have gone deep, and it would have been pumped over the top. Vortex with a shot to get it back, and they do. Threaded on the break. And number 4, Katrina Hortolano with the catch, and Vortex tied up 4-4. What is this? JB's wife, you are watching Ultimate from Vancouver, Canada. This is a province of British Columbia. It is beautiful out here. Slightly inefficient, but beautiful. I live in Ontario, where it is a cutthroat environment, and everyone is go, go, go all the time. If you live near the 401. If you live north or south of the 401 by any measure of distance, it is very much a relaxed lifestyle. But like any big city, that's where I'm from. Vancouver, a big city, but has such a West Coast relaxed feel to it. And we're on the UBC campus, which is a large campus, and it is also beautiful. Just beyond this field, if you kept walking, inside of a kilometer, you'd get to the Pacific Ocean. And where I come from, it's pretty flat. Wildcard's throws just a little bit off. It's for the deep. That's a good deep shot. If it stays in, there's going to be pressure. Oh, but so well taken. And the throw once again, or the catch by the striker, number 5 on Wildcard, Naomi. Great catch. And way to maintain composure. And Wildcard, 5-1. And I've just got to take a break to hug Ashley. And a point by Vortex. Okay, and I'm back on commentary. I was away a little bit, lots of guests to chat with and lots of catching up to do because players are filtering into town and they're filtering into the finals. These stands, I've got two sections that are packed right now. Several hundred people watching these finals. The junior girls coming in and a drop by Vortex. Tricky score is 5-5. Just gonna double check that the audio and everything else is working. It is. And our score is 5-5. It is. Looking to swing. Oh, and it's gonna be an up line, easy pass. There's gonna be a foul call. And that's one of those foul call. Linda's right there. They're gonna go right to the observer. There's going to be a chat. Really got to mic those observers up sometime. I mean, ESPN does it. I think we need to do it as well. What would the cost be? I think it's about $700 per microphone. That includes a... The observers could make the calls, but that's what I'm being told. But I want to know what Linda is saying. I know it's a contested foul. I'm having a chat right now with some of the observers. An observer ruling is coming into place. Linda about to become the most hated person in the stadium. No, I'm kidding. There's no foul. It's going to be a turnover. And it's going to be a Vortex disc. And she had complete perspective on that. If you look at her positioning, there was really an unknown. And the Vortex player is kind of chatting about this a little bit more as well. Another call, no foul. Disc is in play, and we're going on. And just easily intercepted. That was supposed to be a upline cut that was then picked off. And they'll get another shot. And Wildcard up 6. Stream still just chugging along. UBC not cutting us off just yet. And thank you for those watching. So Dan, I hope you're still watching. It's great to have you here. So what happened there? Some of you might be wondering, what happened there? Who are these people in orange? They're observers. And exactly as that name suggests, they just observe. Their binding calls are related to, they're actively making ins and out calls. So for you're in the end zone, it's a point, or you're inbound, that throw was out, those sort of things. They make those calls when they're available in North America, in Canada and the USA. So excluding Mexico and parts of Central America, or all of Central America pretty much. They are active observers, active line calls. What they don't call is fouls. Ultimate is a self-officiated sport. That means there are 14 officials on the field, as in there are, for each one of the players, because it's 7-on-7. So that means you discuss your own calls, you discuss everything like that, and then if there's disagreement and observers are available, then you can go to the observers. Otherwise, you have to figure it out, and if there's disagreement, the disc simply goes back. Throw goes up. This one's going to be a battle. And it floats out of bounds. 20 seconds left. Those stall counts that he's making are really quick. That feels like a really fast count. And throw back the other way. This one's going to be under contention as well. Good box out. I don't want about right, I want perfect. Just having a quick chat. It isn't about correct stall count that he's having. Anyways, I'm speaking a lot about a lot of different things right now, so we're just going to let the game kind of roll along. Contested foul on the throw. It's probably going to come back on stall 6 at highest point. Probably even a little bit lower if it was below stall 6. This is an important position for Wildcard. There's some discussion upfield. Good catch. All the cutters downfield were going towards the end zone. There was no continuation. As I've said, that's been a continual complaint. Out called by both Bobo and the observer on the close side. Bobo is the observer on your left side screen. He plays on Furious. Furious, the #1 team in Canada. It's formerly been the #1 team in the world in the Open division. Open is typically also known as men's, but can contain anyone. Is there a foul call on that? Interesting. Anyhow, through the audience, starting to get a little bit packed. Actually, over here we have Andy C. in the darker green, next to Andrew Leo. Andy was supposed to be playing with Richie and friends, the Open Division this weekend, but he injured himself at the Under-23 World Championships in Toronto 2 weeks ago. Was it 2 weeks or 3 weeks? In any case, I've only had last month has been pretty hectic. We've done 3 live events. Oh, foul called, possession given, front of the end zone. And is there going to be another foul call? No, there isn't. Thank goodness. But an underthrown disc at the end. It's one of those positions where you really want to throw a bladey throw, and a blade is a throw that kind of slices through the air. It doesn't float, so it's not flat. Break. So what's a break throw? A break throw, well, you have to know what a force is. We'll talk about a force as well shortly. I'm just laughing because someone in the crowd yelled "hammer it," and a hammer came out right after that and was dropped. A hammer is a throw that's thrown with the arm above your head that's inverted. So think about the bottom of the disc actually facing up. Believe it or not, a disc can fly that way. Great athleticism being demonstrated and displayed by both of these teams. I've often spoken, you know what, we'll leave that topic until halftime. This one will be D'd, no problem. There was no options upfield. 10 seconds available to pick up the disc once it's in play or lands inbounds. If it goes out of bounds, there's 20 available. This just bounces off of her chest. That was Amanda Kong who had the point earlier in the match. Vertical stack. Great quick setup. And Bobo there to watch. Number 37, Paige Muir for the point. And that's, I apologize, that is now 7-6 for Wildcard. And we had Victoria McCann sending that one deep. We got a bunch of weird folks also wandering here to our right. They look strange when they're not playing Ultimate. Almost rested and well coiffed. Okay, I'm just going to take a quick break as we have a timeout as Wildcard leads 7-5 in the junior women's final.
this coming Saturday, starting at 4:30 p.m. And on Sunday, it's the Big Three with mixed women's and open games playing back-to-back finals starting at 9:30 a.m. Get your tickets now at the CUC 2013 website or purchase them before attend the games.
Quite the atmosphere as both teams have large cheering sections. The timeout is done though. It is very loud in here, and I will want to fix my microphone coming up next so that you can get this field noise or this crowd noise. Phenomenal atmosphere. Vortex receives. In cuts are being taken a little bit, but who is covering her? There's a pressure. Oh, crossfield pass. Misjudged. That has to stay. Oh, looking to huck it deep, but takes a safe pass, has a deep player, and it's turned further back the field. Union players also coming in from the GTA. Starting to see a lot of familiar faces in the crowd. A lot of the great players in Canada. A lot of the great players at the international level. It's exciting. We're speaking about the development in the juniors division. Candace was saying that, actually no, it's not. It was Betsy, I think, who was saying that when she started playing, there were only 2 players or 2 teams in BC, really, and now there's 8 in the junior women's division, and that is something that we need to keep working on. We need to keep increasing the numbers, because that's how we compete against the US. They have a phenomenal juniors program there, and we are a small ultimate market. We have, 30, 40,000 players total. Stall count violation, and it is a stall down. When observers pat their head, that means stall down is what the call is, and then they actually make a call. They don't make an outright call because they're not active on that. They're not referees. Oh, that was a clutch play over the top. And the receiver again, number 5, Amanda Kong. We've said that name before. The disc had popped out earlier, but 7-6. Now the score on this very exciting junior women's final. Absolutely wonderful conditions for this final.
Quarter, CUC 2013, Vancouver. Providing physio treatment and active release testing services for players during the tournament. 18 and European partnership.
Adjusting the microphone there a little bit. Hopefully you get a bit more field noise. So as exciting as this final is, we anticipate many more exciting finals this year, especially in the adult divisions. That'll be on Saturday and Sunday. Now, why are they going to be so exciting? Well, it's a World Clubs qualification year. Next year in Italy, we're going to have World Clubs. We have a 4-lady zone or cup. It's a little bit of a wall, but it's a curved wall. And it's a risky pass up through the middle. And it's a good D. And Vortex now starting to charge back a little bit more. Wildcard, that initial rush of adrenaline dying down. Vortex calming down, taking control of the game. This is there's going to be a call. Both players collide. Equal opportunity disc. Bobo runs up from the left. It was number 25 and number 5. So Amanda Kong calling the foul, and number 16. And Amanda's might be going out, but number 16 on Wildcard, who does not appear on my roster list. Hope my number's correct. It's a good, calm discussion that are happening. So it's Yo that's now deferring Judith Yo, so it's actually number 14, not number 4. And the call is no foul. You can also see Ellen Crawford on the sideline in the blue pants. She is communicating the calls. She is an observer, pretty senior observer. She's communicating that. And this is good crash. Where the upfields, the mids need to be moving, need to be moving, need to be moving. But they're not. They're just waiting for the handlers to do something. And Vortex breaks. And point by, we said this name before, Katrina Hortolano. And it's 7-7. Thank you to everyone that's watching on YouTube. We're now officially above 100 viewers. We're up to 107, which is a good start for today, but we can do better. Please let folks know. We are here for at least another 2 hours, so lots of time. I'm here for another 2 hours, so you can charge your phone. But this is looking good. And there's a timeout being taken, and it's a good timeout to take for Wildcard before halftime. Now this is or it might actually be half, I'm not sure. It appears to be half based on just time, or it is timeout. Games are to 15, so that means timeout at 8. 7-7 the scores. So what should we talk about during this quick little 90-second break? I think about where these players will go next. When you have 2 high-level teams such as this, almost every player continues to play. The problem for them ends up being is that when they move from this division to the next division, which is the adult division, they're competing against everyone, including the likes of me. Old guys who can still run, can still make decisions that are okay most of the time, but are probably better than their decision-making capabilities. Now, some of these players, a handful, probably 5, will go right into top teams, especially in this region. That would be Traffic and Zephyr. A few others, the next usually 5 or 10 will probably go into Zephyr if they have a shot, because you have to remember there's still 24 to 28 women on Zephyr and Traffic, so they have to displace someone or work their way into that system. Then after that, there's still some mixed teams in the region. There's university teams available for them to play on, but the competition only gets tougher for them. We are definitely going to see some of these ladies on the under-23 team. There's still an under-19 teams that they will be able to play on. At this point, coming up, very important, whoever scores this takes half. Zone again with the wall. Wildcard has not brought a fourth handler back, and there she's stuck. And this is going to be a trap, and she needs to get it out. It needs to be a hammer or something over the top. There's lots of space. That's a good escape scenario, but there's no mid options. You notice how everyone had to flood back, and because the defenders were already in, they didn't really have a chance at it, so that adjustment needs to happen sooner. That's a good play. And that point is in, and Wildcard takes half. And number 9, we said that name as well before, Laura Worsley with the point. And that is half for Wildcard. The number 3 seed takes the lead on the number 1 seed. Into a small 5-minute break for halftime. Be back here in 4, at least I will, as we continue. We're going to leave the camera on. And Esther with the point coming out of half. Vortex had a shot to break, but Wildcard extend their lead at 9-7. So thank you for joining us again after halftime. You didn't have a little bit of commentary there because I was busy chatting with folks. So if you are interested in a higher quality stream, you can get a 720p HD stream available if you want. Use your settings on the bottom right hand corner, and while you're at it, subscribe. I'll put a subscribe link up soon as well on the page. So getting the lowdown, chatting with some traffic folks. I'm going to get back to my room tonight, and I'm going to actually do my projections and calls. Get my totally bold projections in place for how Nationals will finish up. Right now, we're in the junior women's final. Wildcard in white leads 9-7, and a high release throw tried, and a turnover. Break throw probably coming here. Looking for it. Goes up line. Handler's available. Good outreach grab. Looks for a break. And that's it. And Wildcard, you're not really going to get much of an easier point than that. Number 47 or 37 actually, Paige Muir, involved in that play. She was mobbed quite quickly. Wildcard extend their lead 10-7. Vortex, this is now time for them to turn up. They need 8 points to win. Wildcard needs 5. Game to 15, and at some point we're going to hit time cap as well. So this is when Vortex needs to turn it on. Junior Open Final coming up next. Wandering the sideline, number 91 in the cowboy hat. You can see him at the middle bottom of your screen. Tall gentleman. That's John Hayduke. Or if you want to make fun of him, John Duck. The Duck. Or Mads. Whatever you want to call him. Not Mads. A little bit of and zone defense. It's very poachy in the mid. A deep shot. It's good. And a touch. 3 or 4 touches on that. That was clutch defense. And a zone coming right back from Vortex. It's going to be a wall. Hammer. It's a good start, but great D. And sticking up, going to man. And it's in from number 23. It's Brianne Wager, I think. I'm not sure. She's wearing 23. My roster doesn't show number 23, but her name's on the back of it. Vortex make it 8. That was an important point for them. The lights may turn on here in a little bit. Time 17:29, 5:30 p.m. on the West Coast, Pacific Daylight Standards Time, or Daylight Savings Time. PDT. A wall from Vortex. One of the issues I see with the wall is that they're not looking around. They don't see who's sneaking up on them. So they don't know full positioning of the players. They don't know if they need to lay out, and that was a throwaway. And woman defense. Number 23 picks it up, goes to the far side. Dangerous position. Needs to reset, does. Goes up line, caught. And once again, number 23 with the catch. It's Brianne Wager. Brianne Wager makes it 10-9. That's 2 points she scored back-to-back. Yes, Mr. Recut, it would be crazy if both junior wildcard teams win. It is an option. This game is getting close, though. Really close. Sorry about that. Need to get the camera back into play. It's, the Vortex zone has been working very well, so they're sticking with it. But it's just a matter of time till Wildcard figures it out. This is good movement. They've got good position, but they need to move it off the middle. It's now melted. Swimming defense, one-on-one. Swung wide. Oh, no one was watching that, but it's going to be chased down. And a good D. Perhaps a small injury there. And that's Wager. She's down. Just perhaps needs a moment. She's just going to take a second. Just back in play and intercepted. She has a couple of those, or just knocked to the ground. A couple of crazy back-to-back plays. You probably heard the crowd go a little bit nuts there. This game, full of excitement. Hammers confident. The lack of wind makes this a really tough defensive game to play. On offense, gives more options, but because it's the juniors level, they're not quite perfect on O, which means that the defensive matchup kind of gets balanced, and you end up with these close games, especially against when you have these great teams from BC. Wildcard again with a chance. Wants an upfield hand or cut. There's calls from the crowd to do it, and this is one that should be done. And the crowd wants these big jump balls. I might have missed that one. I hope not. There might be a foul call. No, yes. No call. And it's a turnover. Exciting times, folks. Exciting times. And timeout called. So thank you to BC Ultimate, Vancouver Ultimate, and Ultimate Canada for organizing this event. So if you've just connected recently, as in the last 10 seconds, please subscribe. Helps out nicely. Viewer count continues to increase. We expect even more for the Open Final, the Junior Open Final, which will be coming up next. Score is still 10-9, but an extremely good and close game. The zone showing from Vortex. It's a cup. You can see the 3 players around the disc. Only one allowed within 3 meters. And no options right now. Needs to go over the top. Oh, and a risky scuba, but then a good swing. That's thrown away. Wildcard having a lot of issues against the zone. The zone has delivered them 3 or 4 points in very quick succession. And that's a clutch goal line D. Amazing. You can see how close these women are. And that zone set up again very quickly. Blades over the top. Keep it moving. And a strip's going to be called on that, or a foul. Oh, and another blade over the top, and that one's dropped. It's just on the left side of your screen, and more blade practice needed. Huck break side, 2 defenders underneath, and it's good movement, needs to keep it up. There's too many handlers in the cup. She's really close to the line. This one's under pressure. Wild card doing well. Needs to keep going. And someone near me here in the crowd is wearing a lot of perfume. Oh, chase it, chase it, chase it. And she does. Trying to get a view of who that is. Number 8, Samantha Mew, gets the first one in a while for a wild card. Field noise heating up, and this game is amazing. Well, it's pretty good. Most of our viewers from Canada. As expected for the Canadian Ultimate Championships. This is the first of 7 finals. Disc gets to a stop and is moved to the middle. It's a one-on-one coverage. Deep cuts are being taken away now. Swung back to the middle. Good upline movement, but still no deep options, and the continuations are late. And that's a good cut. And a drop. But there's a call. Rainbow, eh? And Vortex with a grab in the end zone. Apologize if I missed that, but defense now being caused. Wager with another point on the board. This is the type of final we like, 11-10. And the pressure turning up, especially on wild card. As you can see, some issues. And Vortex with their high intensity zone. Oh, blade over the top. It's going to be on. Well caught. Oh, it felt like the D had a chance on that. Oh, great crossfield pass. And that was a confident point. Very confident point. Catch by number 27, Camille. Wildcard lead 12-10. Now the pressure goes back onto Vortex. They need to be perfect on offense. Absolutely perfect. Their offensive line needs to continue to deliver to give their defense a chance and a continuing shot in this finals. It's a short pull, slides, and it's an offside call. An offside, I think, on Wildcard. That'll be their first warning. So it'll be re-pulled. The next one starts costing timeouts. And then if they have none of those remaining, it starts costing field position. And if they have none of that left, firstborn, let's say. This pulls higher, and it lands just aside, and there's no call, but it's a zone. And now into lady coverage, one-on-one. Taking away the deep cuts. Oh, that's a good break. And no call. Right into the zone. Deep grab. Hopefully there's no trap on this sideline. Needs to go over the top. There's a big forehand break available. Looking for that. Inbounds. And the crowd explodes as Wildcard get the break and the catch. All smiles. Number 9, Laura Worsley. And Wildcard now within 2 of a gold medal. And a timeout called by Vortex. 1 timeout left for each team in this game. Folks, this is a hot, hot, hot final. This is great. It's not literally hot in terms of temperature. I certainly expect the ladies to be warm, but we are starting out CUC 2013 in great fashion. And then the medal presentation will follow. We'll zoom in on that. The medal presentation will be live, but not necessarily recorded, and you might have some screen artifacts while I set up for the next final. But should be all good. So what could they be talking about in their huddles? Wildcard has to stay consistent on offense. They they haven't solved the Vortex zone. I'll say that. They've put pressure, been pressured by it, and they've gotten some very close catches and throws off. There's been great pressure, though, on Vortex side. The Vortex offense needs to be perfect. They have no options now. So the captain's final will be following this match. So we expect some of the players to filter out, but then we expect them to come back later. But a big crowd forming up, and then the junior open players will also be here soon. Scoreboard now up 13-10. Ball goes up, and it's an offside from Vortex. No, it's from Wildcard, and they get, it's a field positioning right away. Comes in at the middle of the field, so sorry, it wasn't a timeout. It went right to a distance penalty. Disc is in. They get out of the middle. You know, quite honestly, they haven't had pulls that have gone too much further. So it's not too bad of a penalty. This goes up. Lots of options there. It bounces out of Wager's hands. She had a player receiver behind her as well. And no zone. They're going with a one-on-one lady defense. Wants to huck it. No options in the mids. A lot of stutter and change of directions. Oh, this is a big put. And the crowd absolutely explodes as the catch made by number 5, Naomi. And Wildcard. So it's Marcella. That's how you pronounce her last name. Naomi Marcella, or Naomi Marcella. I guess I haven't figured out the first name just yet. Regardless, 14-10. This is game point for Wildcard. If the stream is lagging, please change your quality setting. We have no issues from this end. That would be to you ABC meme noobs. Stream available in a variety of qualities, including 720p. Might be a little bit fuzzy. That's because I'm using a $90 camera. If you'd like to help me upgrade my equipment, feel free to donate. The button is underneath if you're watching on live.imultimate.com. If not, no worries. I can afford a $90 camera. And a replacement for a $90 camera. Well, for now. We'll see how it goes. And being really careful not to go offside that time. No call. This pull goes pretty deep. But it's now moving back to midfield fairly quickly. It is one-on-one. Vortex now need to score 5 in a row. Well, 4 in a row to cause pressures. Oh, and just a run by D. And lots of energy, lots of deep cutters, lots and lots of options. Taking it easy, Wildcard. Great maturity. I don't know if it's maturity, patience, I guess, because I'm mature and I still would have thrown a lot of that. And there we go. Oh! Oh, just off fingertips. Needed to set her feet. Oh, Naomi, you would have had another one. That would have been a point to remember and a catch to remember. Wager brings the disc up to the line. There's double coverage on every in cut. Now there's a free one open. And Wildcard needs to put pressure on. Oh, and that was a fantastic layout. Might be a small injury, no, but Naomi gets back up. And there's deep coverage from Vortex as well. They're going to have to take in cuts. Wildcard will all the way. And that's what they're doing. Here we go, folks. And a big grab. Well, that looks like Naomi again as the Wildcard ladies pile on. But your 2013 junior women's champions are Wildcard, the number 3 seed. Is there a call? There appears to be a call, though. There appears to be a call. They are going to try, possibly bring something back. They are. It's not over yet. It's not done yet, Yakov. It's not done yet. The game is not over. There was a call. And that celebration will have to wait. Perhaps one more pass. What's pick called during that play? There were 2 ladies on offense for just 1 defender, so it's plot. So we get a chance now. Another chance. This is a real cluster. It needs to be reset. It needs to have another handler come back. But it is a pick call. And I could see why that was happening. We'll look at it in post to see what happened, but quite honestly, it's a pick call. Not really concerned. Then junior open? Yeah. Next. Wait, after. See. No, that is the junior open. All right, they're going to send that one out again. Oh, indeed. And she's down a little bit.
After the 2 finals?
Yeah, so it's the medals presentation for junior women's now. And then after that will be all the junior. The medal ceremony will be on the junior hall. Same on the feet. So player remains down on the field. And it's tough on a final point. Lots of calls, but it might be the final point. We don't know. That was a throwaway. We'll see what ends up happening. going to get back to her feet. And she's taken off the field gingerly. But heating up. And it's a turnover. Vortex gets the disc back, and after we've had this crazy few moments, like about 5 minutes, the game isn't done just yet. Throw goes up, lots of coverage, it's tipped. Oh, it could have been. Following this match, we will have the medal ceremony for the women's division. Looking for the hug. It's going to come in on the in cut. Looking to bat it. Nothing doing. Looking up line. Gets up line. It's still in. Looking for another up line. It's floaty. This one will be caught. And there appear to be no calls. And final catch by number 9, Laura Worsley. We've seen that name lots of times. We've seen a lot of names quite a few times. Congratulations to Wildcard, the junior women's CUC 2013 champions. Congratulations also to, in second place, Vortex, in third place, Overdrive, and in fourth, Mofo. So 2 BC teams finish top in this division. A lot of names that will probably be heard in years to come. Anyhow, I hope you've enjoyed the match. Stay tuned for the medal ceremony, and then after that, the Junior Open Finals. This is Tushar Singh for I Am Ultimate signing off. We'll see if we can add Alex Bush as a commentator for the next final. So in case you've been watching, there is now going to probably be a 42-minute break. So come back in 40 minutes for the Junior Open Final.